Hello, welcome back to Confidence in Christ with Kayla. Today we are in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 12 and 13. And before we dive in, this little section, it's verses 1 through 13, are from Paul, and he's writing about Israel's history. So he's reminding the people of today about what God did with the Israelites back in history. And he brings up how God loved them, but they just kept messing up. And he's like, these are warnings for us, and we need to pay attention to them. So can we just look at these and learn from them and try not to repeat them is kind of what he's going for. And then this is how he ends this little section. He says, "So if you think you're standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it." Now, if we break this down, I love that he kind of gives us a warning, listen here. If you think you're standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. And I think that's what a lot of us do is we get in our Bible, we read, and we're close to God, and then we just kind of let it fall off. It's a slow fade, isn't it, friend? It just kind of slowly fades away, and we're like, things are good, we're fine, and we just kind of get out of that Bible reading or stop praying quite as much, and we just kind of go about our days and oh shoot, things are bad again. I need to jump back in with God. And he's telling us here, hey, if you think you're standing firm, which you might be, just be careful that you don't fall, because that's a huge and easy slope to fall down. And then he kind of gets more detailed, and he says, no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure exactly what temptation he's talking about here. My assumption is that it's probably sinful nature and things like that, because Paul talks about that a lot. But we've all kind of been overtaken by common mankind things. And then he keeps going, he says, kind of like a but. And God is faithful. That's huge that he's talking about temptation, and then all of a sudden he's like, hey, don't forget, God is faithful, and He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. So God allows us to have that temptation in our lives. He never tempts us Himself, but He allows those things into our lives, but He'll never let it overtake us. And then he continues and he says, but when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. So God allows those things in and out of our lives for many different reasons. One, I believe, is just to kind of bring us closer to Him, help us learn things. And the great thing is He never lets it overtake us, and He always offers a way out. So we don't have to be afraid that these will overtake us. We know that God is there, and He says God is faithful. He is faithful to not let it overtake us, and He is faithful to offer us a way out. We just have to cling to God in that faithfulness and be confident in Him that He is going to keep those promises that He has obviously made. So I hope this gives you confidence if you've been tempted or you think you're standing firm and that slippery slope is just starting to creep up. Stand firm and keep on keeping on with Jesus. Know that He is faithful and that He is with you no matter what. And He'll never let you be tempted more than you can handle. And He will always be there with a way out.